YouTube. What's up, guys? Finally getting to do an official YouTube video for my channel. I put up a couple videos, but I haven't got a chance to actually sit down and do one just dedicated just for YouTube. So I'm excited to do it. A lot of you guys might know who I am. Some of you might not. I'm Brandon Clark from B.Clark Customs. I'm pretty well known on Instagram. So go ahead and follow me, B.Clark Customs. But yeah, guys, so I have a lot of ideas for the channel. I've been wanting to do it for a while. I'm gonna be doing a lot of, I'm also a barber, so I'm definitely gonna be doing some haircut tutorials like this one's gonna be. I'm also gonna be doing modification tutorials, some customizing stuff too. I want to give you guys, some behind the scenes stuff, as well as maintenance tips, clipper reviews, just new products that I'll be dropping. I'm going to be dropping some exclusive stuff just for my YouTube subscribers. So, a whole bunch of dope stuff, man. I'm real excited about the channel. I'm glad I'm finally getting a chance to do it. A little bit of background with me. I'm a car guy. I've been working on cars for more than half of my life. I started out as a detailer. I had a detailing business for about 17 years. And I also did a lot of customization, restoration, just so much stuff. And beyond that, just I've been tinkering. I'm a tinker guy. Since I was a little kid, I've been doing model cars, and I'm an artist as well. I mean, I've been an artist pretty much since birth. So, it's in my blood to do what I'm doing. But like I said, I was in the car business for a long time. I got really burnt out on the car business. I've always wanted to actually express my art, like truly my art. Detailing cars and working on cars is definitely an art, but I wanted to take it a step further. I became a barber. I like cutting hair. I'm really good at it. I was starting to build some clientele, but then I decided to go ahead and start tricking out clippers. And I started doing that, and it just took off. And it got to the point where I had to make a choice between either cutting hair full time or doing the clipper thing. I was trying to do both, but it just wasn't working. So, I had to go with my heart and with my true passion, which is my art. So that's what I chose. And now I do clippers full time. I still cut on the side, but clippers is my full gig. So, I'm extremely grateful that I can do what I love for a living. I love it, man. I really love what I do. And, I'm excited. So I'm excited for the channel, guys. If you're not following me on Instagram already, it's B.Clark Customs. Definitely go follow me. This video here, we're going to be doing just a self-cut tutorial, real simple. This is my first tutorial video, so bear with me. I hope I did a good job, but it's just a quick little run through on how I cut my own hair. I know a lot of barbers cut their own hair. I've been doing mine for a while. Since I'm not in the barbershop anymore, it's just easier for me to just cut my own. And for you guys at home too, you can follow along. Hopefully I kept the barber lingo to a minimum, so you can follow along and kind of understand how to cut your own hair as well. So I hope I did a good job, guys. Definitely subscribe to the channel for me. Throw me a comment, throw me a like, man, if you like the video. So I appreciate you guys. Check out the video, and I'll see you on the other side, man. Take it easy. Alright guys, so we're going to start with my personal custom FX. Got the Wahl blade on it, chrome polished and engraved, and a little emblem on the back, blacked out, murdered out. This is one of my babies. This is one I use all the time. I like to do a super high bald fade. I have a couple light spots in the back, a couple light spots here on the side. My hair kind of changes color, so I like to get rid of all this bulk on the bottom. And I also don't get to cut my hair very often, so you know, a high bald fade is best for me. It lasts the longest. I like to make my bald guideline with just zero gapped clippers. I don't like to make the bald line with trimmers. There's a couple reasons. I feel like trimmers really weren't made for that. You know, obviously you can use them for that. A lot of people do, but you really, to be getting rid of all the bulk on the bottom, you really should be using a balding clipper or a balding blade on a clipper. That's really what that was designed for. Trimmers are really made just to trim, just to make edges, you know, light stuff, because when you use them to get rid of all the bulk on the bottom, it wears out your blades, it wears out the trimmer. Now, you can get away with it. I'm not saying you can't, but me personally, I have a clipper that's just for balding that I use to get rid of the bulk. So that's just my philosophy. Also, I don't like to use trimmers to make the bald line. I feel like for me, it's too sharp, and it makes it really hard to get that line out at the end. So I like to just zero gap my clippers, and then I'll make the first line with my clippers closed. That way it's pretty much bald, but it's not quite as bald as trimmer bald. That way I can take my balding clipper and blend up into it a lot easier, and I don't have to worry about that little line at the bottom. So that's just how I do it. All right, so let's go ahead and make that first guideline. Alright guys, so now I want to get rid of the bottom bulk. I like to do that first. I feel like it makes it more neat and organized for me to do my fade. You can leave it there until you're done and do it at the very end. Sometimes I'll do that too, but for the most part I like to get rid of it in the beginning. For that, I'm going to be using my Wahl 1919, custom of course. Got the ceramic cutting blade on it. And then I've got the surgical balding blade on mine. So this is gonna get just as bald as any of your trimmers are gonna get. This is gonna get just as bald, if not more bald. This thing's a beast. Now let's do it. Alright guys, so we got the guideline done. We got the balding out done. You could go back and hit it with the shaver right now. I'm gonna wait until I'm done so I can use it on my face and everything all in one shot. So that's just how I do it. Let's move on to phase 2. Get rid of this bulk. I feel like it's better. I feel like it's easier, especially when you're cutting yourself, to just go ahead and get rid of that bulk. Makes it a lot easier to see what you're doing. when you go to actually work on the fade. So that's what we're gonna do. Got our FX once again, premium 1.5 guard on it. So we're gonna go ahead and get rid of all this bulk. Alright guys, so we got rid of the bulk. Me personally, I like that undercut kind of military look, so I don't mind where the bulk stops and it's just hair, or you know, where the blend stops and it's just hair. You got a lot of guys that are going to want it more blended in, so it would have been the same process, but you would use a 2 up here instead. Probably try a 2 open. If that's not quite low enough, then close the 2 and then just blend it in better, but don't create such a separation, you know, in those 2 levels of hair. So that'd be the way to do that. But me personally, I like it this way. I like the undercut look, so that's what I'm going for. All right guys, so we got rid of the bulk. Now it's time to go ahead and make that half line. So let's get this fade coming together. And you'll notice too, on my custom clippers, I make them to be used. So I'm brushing on this thing, cleaning it off, I'm spraying clipper side on it. Ain't nothing happening to the paint. It's the difference between real automotive paint and spray paint. Huge difference. We're gonna do this part with no guard, open. That's a half. Alright guys, so we got the first line, the half line, the no guard open line, whatever you want to call it. We got that going. So next step, we're going to grab the 1. Now I know you guys see me do the 1.5 all the way up. That's really, that 1.5 is only going to be pretty much on these hairs right here. I'm going to end up using the 1 to pretty much blend that out. So like I said, this is a super high ball fade, very short blend. So, you know, different styles, you might have a little bit of a different approach, a longer blend, but it's still basically the same concept. Let's go. Now what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna use the 1 open first. It's not really gonna cut a whole lot, but it's enough to blend it slightly. You see, my hair is funny. See how it looks like there's a line right there? It's really not. So this just comes from years of knowing my hair and knowing what's a line, what isn't a line. That's what happens when you get old, man. Now I'm gonna go ahead and close my 1 guard. And go ahead and start blending that out a little bit better. Now you'll notice I'm not using the whole blade. I have a little technique where I kind of use the corners. Pretty much all barbers do this. It just comes with time. You just know where to do it, where not to do it. Alright guys, now we're just going to take the half guard. There's just a little bit more blending here that the one guard closed didn't get. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that. And you guys see I got to use the gray plastic one, which I hate, but I just broke my other one, so it is what it is. We got to improvise. You know, with these, you just got to be careful and make sure that it doesn't pop off, because sometimes it will. The regular standard guards, that's why I like the premium guards with the clip, because these, sometimes they'll pop off on you. So that's the only reason I'm using this gray guard. And we're going to do it with the half open first, close it almost all the way closed, not quite the whole way closed, and just blend that out. I know a lot of the time it looks like I'm actually going into the taller hair on the top, but I'm not. If you watch real closely, you can see I flicked before I ever touched that hair. Alright guys, now the most important part of the whole haircut. Let's get rid of this bottom line. We're going to do that by closing the clipper, opening it just one tiny little notch. And then as we need to, we'll actually close it and really focus on using the corners, because you don't want to make another line. And it's real important that you stretch the skin on this. It makes it a lot easier. And I'm being very careful not to make a new line. Just barely hitting that line. I'm flicking away before I even really cut into it. And just slowly get closer to it until I see it starting to get rid of that line. We still got a little bit of a line right there. We'll just throw the half guard back on there, get that a little bit more. And it'll be pretty much good to go. And that side of the blend is pretty much good to go up until here. That's as far back as I can see right now without using a mirror. Now you see with my hair, I got some spots on my head. I got a couple little spots where my hair kind of changes colors. So again, that's why it's good to get to know your clients. Try to keep, you know, that's why we, as barbers, we love loyal clients, because we get to know their hair and know what you can and can't do. And you know, see with my hair, if I stand in here next to the light like that real close, it looks like I got some lines going on in there. You stand back and get out of the light, that blends clean. The only thing you might see, like I said, is those little spots on my head. So get to know your own head, get to know your client's head. Also, I didn't mention it, but you know, I go from being closed to almost closed, getting out that bottom line, and then I will open it back up to the half, use the corners just to blend that in. But I don't want to go up too high with that. That's why I usually like to throw the half guard back on there, close it, and work that out. And if I need to, I'll take it off and just do with the corners just a little bit, because it's real easy to make another line right there. And see, whenever you do that cutting with the corners, that's essentially your thinning shears, but for a fade. That's basically what I'm doing. I'm thinning that out. Alright guys, now the blend is pretty much done. I mean, I might once I do the shaver and kind of take a couple more looks at it, I might see a couple spots here I need to do a little touch-up work, but for the most part the blend's done. So now we can move on to, I like to fade in the edge of my beard a little bit. I don't like having that line right here. I just feel like it looks stupid on me. Some people can rock it, but for me, no. I like it blended in. I'm also trying to grow out this hot mess right now, so we'll see how that goes. You know, the fiance wants to see me with a beard, so we'll see. But now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and blend in the sides of my beard, and then we'll get on to edging and using the shavers. All right guys, so what I did, I went ahead and just blended in the edges of my beard. Mine's not real drastic. I also don't use a lot of enhancements, so I don't paint my beard on, so you know, it's not gonna look as dramatic as a lot of stuff you see on Instagram, but you know, I just like to blend mine in. I don't like to leave that little point at the top. I just feel like it looks stupid. Well, at least on me, so. But now we're just gonna go ahead and edge it up. I'm gonna use those custom B.Clark edition gammas. Oh yeah. See, guys, with my edges, you know, I've gotten quite light over the years, so you know, I pretty much have an imaginary edge up here that I'll go back and use fibers. So I definitely don't knock enhancements. You know, I don't use them every day, but when I'm gonna try to go somewhere, do a photo shoot, whatever, and I want to look decent, I'll definitely go ahead and put some Toppiks on there. I just don't go crazy with it. I like it to look natural. So, you know, my edges are a little, I know y'all see me took it back a little bit there. It's the only option I have. My edges are quite a bit gone, so it is what it is. But, you know, I know all the haters are gonna start, man, he took his edge back. Yeah, a little bit. Get over it. shaver. Haven't had time to customize mine yet, but I'm rocking the Gamma. Alright guys, now we're going to go ahead and hit it with the straight razor. Got my custom B.Clark straight razor. I actually ran out of these. I sold them out. I'm thinking about bringing them back. I don't know, I might do a different style. I haven't really decided yet, but this is the last one that's mine, so this is the one I use. But yeah, we should have some new razors coming soon. Now I'm going to trim up the top just a little bit. I'm sure all the stylists out there are going to cringe when I do this because I still haven't mastered using shears on yourself. It's just tricky. The mirror kind of messes with you a little bit, so a lot of times I'll have my girl do it, or you know, if I have time to go to a barbershop, I'll leave the top for them because it's a little tricky, but for the most part I can get by. So right now, it doesn't really need a whole lot off, just a little trim, just to make sure it's even, so no big deal. much, it's time for the finishing touches. I'm gonna throw on, I don't use a lot of gel on my hair, but just a little bit to keep it in place. This is just a sample bottle, but my buddy Fresko just came out with his gel. Man, stuff smells good, looks good, nice and thick. Got them gold flakes in it. I love it. Check him out, he got it available now. You using all that hair gel like you was one of them real boys. Alright guys, now usually that would be it. But occasionally when I'm going to do something, I want it to look extra fresh, go ahead and put on them fibers. Ain't no shame in my game. Alright guys, so there you have it. Little quick self-cut. You know, I'm gonna be doing a lot more clipper stuff. Obviously, you guys know me as the clipper guy. You know, I specialize in custom clippers, so that's what we're gonna be focusing on. I'm gonna be doing a lot of tutorials. You know, I'm gonna show you guys how to do some customization, maintenance, clipper reviews, just all kind of stuff like that, and haircut stuff too as well, because I'm also a barber. So you know, I appreciate you guys watching. Check out the final cut. Not too shabby for an old guy, but I appreciate you guys watching. And you know, if you like the video, smash that like button, like all these YouTubers say. And you know, if you can subscribe to the channel, man, there's gonna be a lot of dope stuff coming. And I just appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate all the support. And if you're not following me on IG already, it's at B.Clark Customs, at B.Clark Customs. So go over there and give me a follow and subscribe to the channel. So stay tuned, man. Bunch of dope stuff coming. Appreciate you guys.